Welcome everybody to Shaw TV's live coverage of the 2014 Honda Celebration of Light, Night 2. I'm Johanna Ward.
And I'm Paul McClellan, and I am super stoked after Team USA blew us away on Saturday night. Tonight, though, Team France, and I'm expecting something very magnifique.
Ooh la la, well put. Yes.
Oui.
People have been raving about the show that Team USA put on. The theme was all about love. There's some great songs in there, a little Beyonce, I think some Katy Perry.
I heard some Muse. I love Muse.
Yeah, some Guns N' Roses, November Rain, which was a highlight, and then some nice, sort of older rock songs.
Lots of cool stuff, and you talk about the love theme. I hear that spilling over France tonight as well, having a bit of a love theme, which seems appropriate because we are surrounded by beautiful couples right now about to enjoy a very romantic evening, I'm sure.
It's relatable. Love is in the air. Shout out to one very special couple, Shaw TV's Go VJ Dunya Tozy and her husband Kyle, celebrating their 5th anniversary today. They're down here having an intimate romantic picnic with 200,000 or 400,000 of their closest friends.
They're joining all of them, joining us, joining our guests that we're going to have on the show tonight. We've got some cool people that are associated with the event, including a judge up first, which it is a competition. It'll be interesting to find out how exactly you choose a winner when everybody is amazing at this type of thing.
So true. Talk logistics as well. It's a huge event leading into one of the busiest weekends in Vancouver of the year. So we'll talk about that and some of the cool events and the inside scoop on the best locations to view the fireworks.
Lots of great locations to view the fireworks, including Shaw TV Channel 4. Watch, stick with us. We've got the fireworks right after this pre-show. Also Saturday night for Team Japan. Tune back in, 9:30 pre-show, 10 o'clock fireworks. So if you can't come out, watch us on TV because we're fun.
It is so fun. Now, this is the world's largest offshore fireworks competition. It is a big deal. It's a big event, and I think we're going to start off the show by going offshore and onto the barge.
The lights, the music, and the magic. Nothing beats watching fireworks on a beautiful, warm summer evening.
It's a universal language. There's no barrier between it. Everyone in the world can enjoy the scene the same way.
And for Team France, it's especially exciting because this is the first time they're taking part in the Honda Celebration of Light in Vancouver.
Alors, c'est la première fois que la France participe à la célébration de la lumière de Vancouver. Nous étions par contre venus l'année dernière à Calgary pour Global Fest et c'est la France qui avait gagné le concours en fait.
Caroline Franco is part of FC Pyro team representing France, and she says that fireworks are big in the country of romance.
C'est une tradition en France aussi, mais il y en a moins. En France, la tradition, c'est autour du 14 juillet, la fête nationale, par exemple, ou alors les fêtes des villages.
What should we expect from Team France?
Well, that's a great question. If I knew the answer to that, I would be the designer. And I'm just here to facilitate them. So I've worked with them before. I think you should expect a really good show, a European style, quite a bit different from the US, and certainly different from a Japanese show. And that's really the great thing about this year is we've got 3 shows that should be very different in their style and in their format.
Love is at the center of this team's theme, just like it was for Team USA, but this time it's about long-distance relationships.
Le thème est sur une histoire d'amour un petit peu contrariée par la distance en fait, puisqu'il s'agit d'une histoire d'amour entre un homme de Vancouver et une femme de Paris. Et ils sont séparés par la distance et leur amour est un peu contrarié à cause de ça.
The show will be packed with a great mix of French and English favorites from the likes of French-Canadian singer Natasha St-Pierre and the band Simple Plan, adding a touch of romance and joie de vivre to this celebration of light. At the barge off English Bay, I'm Dunya Tozy for Shaw TV.
From out on the barge to here on the shores of English Bay, we've got 25-12 remaining on the countdown. I love watching that countdown because I know there's a big explosion at the end of it. Paul McClellan here on Shaw TV with Johanna Ward, joined now by Bob Kronbauer from Vancouver is Awesome, who also happens to be one of the judges this evening. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me here.
And also happens to be awesome, right?
You
guys
are
have a
very
Vancouver's awesome blog. You just get to, by proxy, be awesome?
I don't think so, but if you guys want
So,
It's on your business card, though.
Yeah, right, in title.
Kind of.
Kinda.
Now, as far as the judging, you've been doing this for 5 years
This is
now?
my 5th year. It's crazy. So this is my 5th year. Usually I would be wearing t-shirt, maybe flip-flops or something, but I decided to dress it up a little bit. That's why I'm dressed like this. Because
Glad
my
you-
5th year, I decided to celebrate.
I like it.
Yeah.
So what did you think? You have some experience with this, Team USA. Were you as blown away as we were?
It was pretty good. I don't want to give too much away, but you know, it was
Pretty good.
the benchmark. You know, they set the sort of benchmark in the first night, and we just kind of like, you know, take it a little bit easy and not give too many of our secrets away. But
Okay.
and then so they sort of set the tone, and then from there you judge based on, was it better, was it worse, how did they do compared to the next guys and the next guys. So it's like it's a bit of a marathon to next Saturday.
And to keep all of that in your head, because you really have to keep that feeling that you had. Obviously, you probably have a score sheet somewhere that
It's in
tells
my
you.
pocket.
You
It's
keep
right
it there,
here.
Yeah.
So this is my score sheet. Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of different things. We actually judge on 6 different criteria, and if you guys want to hear them, I'll let you know about them. But I have a secret one, which is chills. So, you know, you're sitting there and you're like, this show's really great, and then there's just a moment of like, wow, that was incredible, and you get chills. And usually there's at least one. I'll tell you, there was one in USA. I'll give you that much on the judging, and I sort of factor that into my thing. And sometimes, like, there's been up to like 4. When Spain did it a few years ago, there was like those moments where I'm having a hard time explaining it, like putting it into words, but just those moments where you're just in awe, and it literally gives you chills.
Oh, that sounds amazing. And I think I know that feeling because there were a couple times on Saturday when I was just mouth open, just staring up in awe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the chills.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned Spain. Is there 1 or 2 in 5 years that really stick out to you as like far above the rest?
The one that really sticks out is Spain. And I mean, when Canada won, that was incredible, because not only was it an incredible show and it was totally unbiased and they won on their own merit, but just the sort of rah-rah of Canada winning was pretty sweet.
I liked that too.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good moment. How many other judges are there? And I know you get different people, but a lot of returnees like yourself.
Yeah, this year it's all returning judges. So there's 5 of us, and I think this is the smallest jury I've been on. Sometimes there's been 8. It sort of fluctuates from year to year, but there's 5 this year.
Now, when you were judging Team USA on the weekend, what were some of the things you really did like out of their show? You mentioned it's setting the bar, but what do you remember? What was that chill moment, if you don't mind sharing? And the morning light.
Oh.
That's Team France saying no,
Oh, yeah,
come
don't
on.
talk about
Tonight's our
that.
night.
Come on now. I can't remember the exact moment of it, but what I love the most about the show is that it felt like it was from America. Like it was like the soundtrack and the whole the scale of the show. It felt as if they were really representing their country, and that was awesome.
And that's what you want from these big shows. Now, talking awesome, that must be a word often used in your vocabulary.
Overused.
The founder of the Vancouver's Awesome blog, which really is about celebrating all the really cool things that happen in our city.
Yeah, so we've been around for 6.5 years. If you are familiar with what we do, we just basically we celebrate stuff like this, stuff that reminds you of why you live here and what keeps you here despite all the bad news.
And what are some of your favorite things? We're going to a pretty big weekend in this town.
Pride's coming up. It's actually happening right now, so that's awesome. And one of my guilty pleasures as the founder of Vancouver is Awesome is getting out of the city and how close we are to these mountains and all the sweet outdoor adventures that you can participate in.
So in 6.5 years, is Vancouver more awesome from your watching the city so closely?
More awesome?
Is it getting more awesome with events like this?
As awesome, definitely. And I like to think that what we do encourages more people to do awesome stuff to keep our city as awesome as it always has been.
I love it. I would cheers you to that. We can microphone cheers. Yeah, we'll do
Yeah,
that in a
we can do
moment.
that.
Good. We've got just over 20 minutes to go until the fireworks light up the skies.
Talking about all those awesome things, talking about awesome fireworks, one of the awesome shows on Saturday that will be back again Saturday again is something called flyboarding. So we'll give you a look at that right now.
Well, why does a normal person want to do anything super fun? Looking for that next rush, that next sort of level of excitement. Once you're up there, you're looking around at your scenery. you don't realize there's anything underneath of you. You just feel like you've got, you know, jets underneath of your feet, which essentially you do. I'm a motorcyclist, a paraglider. I've always loved to fly. I've got halfway to my pilot's license as well. It's always been something, a thrill of mine to be up in the air and sort of have that feeling of freedom, that feeling to, you know, be detached from the ground. Amazing would be the first word, absolutely amazing. What people don't realize is when you're up there in the air flying around, the effort it takes, I mean, it really is effortless. It's like learning to stand again, just like I'm standing here in front of you right now. It takes that much effort once you get good at it to do the same thing up there. So this is it. As you can see here, we've got some red pontoons on the front. Those are actually the flotation devices. They help us also keep stable when we're getting in and out of the board. The entire thing is buoyant. As you can see underneath here, it's quite aerodynamic. The way it works is, underneath here, we've got a Y pipe. As you can see, it moves forward and back like so, and that allows the flyboard pilot to move forward and move back like so, pivoting on that point. This black piece here that you're looking at actually attaches to this hose right here. So this hose will go on the end here, and that allows you to spin this way. We've got the hose on here spinning 360, and the Y pipe underneath swinging back and forth. Gives you full 3D motion. Forward, back, up, down, left and right. You know, I think we all have that inner hero in us, and growing up, you know, looking up to superheroes and these type of mentors. So to actually be able to at least act like one, whether it takes a suit or not, is something that I just love. I can't say enough about it. I love the look on the kids' face. You know, we joke around with them a lot when we're in our Iron Man outfits or Superman outfits to tell them to eat their vegetables and do their homework and stuff, and parents love us for that. So I just love putting smiles on people's faces and watching the reactions when, you know, they're literally looking up in the sky at us and we're waving down to them. It's something else.
Gorgeous shot of English Bay. You're watching Shaw TV's live coverage of the 2014 Honda Celebration of Light. This is night 2. Joined once again, Paul and I, by Heather Sharp from Brand Live, event producer for this gigantic, fantastic event. What is it like to throw a party for what, 250 to 400,000 of your? Yeah.
Friends,
come on, what is that like?
It is amazing, and it's amazing the energy that we have down here tonight. Everybody is so well behaved, and certainly that's part of what the Vancouver Shines Bright part of Honda Celebration of Light is that we recognize what it's like for this many people to come together on an international stage and actually, you know, put their best foot forward and make sure that they, you know, are showing the world. This is the largest international offshore fireworks festival, and look at what Vancouver does. They come together in a whole lot of fun and enjoying the show.
So you talk about everything that's going right tonight. What was your opinion of Saturday night? How did it go? I guess first of all with Team USA, what did you think of the show?
Awesome. USA was great. I've heard a lot of really positive comments about the finale. They loved the big white starbursts and everything at the end, so there was a lot of really good feedback there. So we'll have to see all shows put together, see who the big winner is. But certainly the winner is Vancouver on this one, because we talked to all of our partners in VPD and fire services, everybody at Ecom that helps keep us all safe and gets everybody home, and they said it was a fabulous night, that certainly there were no major issues. We could ask for people to be a little more mindful of our neighbors and friends and our hosts here in the West End. Please, when you're leaving this area, make sure you stop in the many porta potties around before you get up the street. Please be a good neighbor and respect everybody that lives in this area, because they are welcoming you into their home, and we want you to be welcome again.
Well, I would like to say I live in the neighborhood. I'm a West Ender, proud to live down here, and I just scooted up the street after our broadcast on Saturday, and it was a little a little bit loud on Davie Street, but it was
Yeah.
very friendly and everybody seemed to be having a really good time. And it felt still really safe. And that's the really cool thing about these types of events. I think a few years ago, moving from a small town, that sound made me nervous. Now I'm kind of used to it, but it really did seem to be, everyone was just really wanting to work together on this.
Well, absolutely. This is the community coming together. This is really what, Shining Bright as an international city on the international stage is all about. So come together in fun, enjoy the show, enjoy all the entertainment that we have. Sunset Beach starts at 2 with shows there and kids programs and everything. Come down early. Get your seats at the YVR observation deck because that is where you have guaranteed toilet facilities, food services, and it's licensed this year so that you can get a refreshing beverage. It's the only place legal on the beach.
And I did check before we went live tonight. There were still a few seats left for the YVR observation deck and a few seats left for the Keg Lounge as well.
People have got to jump in on that stuff. Have a good Anyway, 14 minutes left on the clock before we have to let you go. We keep talking about how this is the largest offshore fireworks competition in the world. Is the international reputation still growing? And I mean, is there anything that compares to this anywhere else?
I don't think so. There are some where there's more people watching. Certainly there's some major festivals in China and there's bigger audiences and that sort of idea. But there's different categories of onshore and offshore and that sort of thing. Certainly we're the longest running. We've been 24 years. 25 is going to be really cool. So we're looking forward to that and to see what we can put together for the city of Vancouver and all of our out of town and out of country guests that come out for it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us again, Heather. Looking forward to another win tonight. As
Absolutely.
you said, this is the 24th year for the fireworks, the pyrotechnic party here in Vancouver. But when it comes to pyrotechnics, it dates back a lot farther than that.
Shimmering lights, vivid colors, and startling blasts. The celebration of light is a show like no other, but take away the barge, the choreographed music, the pyrotechnic engineering, and what this all boils down to is gunpowder, discovered more than 1,400 years ago.
The basic gunpowder is very similar to what is still used in fireworks today.
To find out more, I had to track down an expert. This guy, Dr. Colin Green, professor of Asian Studies at Kwantlen University and here at UBC.
These decorations are all very traditionally Chinese.
Green says, according to Chinese legend, the invention of fireworks starts with a man by the name of Li Tian back in the 7th century.
He went to a town in central Hunan called Liueyang, and there the people were suffering from malevolent spirits. He supposedly gave them the technique of firecrackers, and they used that to drive away the spirits that were causing all the problem.
Much like Halloween costumes, fireworks were originally meant to ward off evil spirits, but they didn't always explode in the air.
地老鼠, which is basically a small bamboo tube packed with gunpowder with a fuse and hole in one end. It's a rocket that's not designed to fly, it's a rocket that's designed to scurry across the ground.
Early pyrotechnicians then attached arrows to even larger explosives that could be launched against attacking Mongol warriors. From there, the eye-popping explosion in the sky as we know it was born. As the centuries passed, the Chinese began to use fireworks not only as a weapon of war, but as a way to celebrate. Today, it's an integral part of partying as the Chinese know it.
They embrace this idea of renao, right? Which literally is this idea that the more chaotic, the more action that's going on, the more fun people are having. And firecrackers just add to that.
Renao, a term that helps explain why close to 2 million people flock to the mouth of Burrard Inlet every year. Because,
I mean, who doesn't like loud explosions, right?
I'm Tim Chung in Vancouver for Go Vancouver.
We're just under 11 minutes left on the countdown for the 2014 Honda Celebration of Light Night 2, Team France. Paul McClellan here with Johanna Ward, joined right now by Heather Owen, the Vancouver Fireworks Festival Society. Thank you so much for joining us, Heather.
Thank you so much for inviting me to come. What a great night.
Now, I was going to ask, first of all, if our viewers at home don't know who the Vancouver Fireworks Festival Society are, who are you guys and what do you do exactly for us?
Well, we've been around for 24 years and we're the governing body of the Vancouver Fireworks Festival. So with everything that you see and the over 1 million people who come out to see the fireworks each year, there is a boardroom of volunteers who get together and figure out how to create vision for the fireworks and how to ensure that it thrives and continues to grow for Vancouver.
So is that things like the different types of programming you do? We're talking about all that. I mean, Shore Fest that was brought in about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
We've got the YVR Observation Lounge. You've got the keg area, which is just a big party, I hear. You're coming up with all those different ideas, getting family events at Sunset Beach.
Yeah, actually that expansion of the multifaceted festival is probably the thing that I'm most proud about for what we've been doing with the board. You can come down this Saturday at 2 o'clock. Come to Sunset Beach. We'll have kids programmings, free giveaway, community entertainment. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful afternoon, and you're going to see that continue to grow as the festival grows.
Now, you talk about how wonderful everything that happens down here is, and it is such a fun event. You volunteer a lot of time to work with this. How and why did you get involved with this, and how has your experience been?
I was invited to join the board, which was a great honor. I've been on the board for 3 years. This is my third fireworks, and I stay involved because it's so important to Vancouver, and it's so important to Vancouver that the fireworks stay stable and become sustainable long term. And I'm delighted to be a part of that.
And what are some of the reasons that you want to keep this event here? I mean, for us, we like it because it's fun. It's a great party. That's what most people say, and obviously it's beautiful. But I think there's, probably more layers to it than that.
Absolutely. The fireworks, as we mentioned, attracts over 1 million people every year. So it's a huge attraction for people in the entire Lower Mainland. That attraction has over $44 million worth of economic impact to the city every year, and that continues to grow. So that's tourism, that's businesses, that's retail, that's restaurants. So everything you can imagine grows and has this great lift because of these 3 nights. So we just want to see more of that.
Thank you so much for joining us with that. There's lots of cool impact around the West End thanks to the fireworks. Amongst those, the restaurants in town, they get to have all sorts of activity and people coming for a pregame meal. Right now, we're going to meet one of the places you could potentially check out before Saturday night's fireworks.
For most people, fireworks night means coming downtown, enjoying good company, and having fun. But for businesses in the West End, it means a time for more customers.
The West End for fireworks very busy. Streets closed down, and it's just a flood of people. It directly affects our bottom line. It's great for business.
Richie says it's not just about attracting new customers, but also showcasing the diverse West End lifestyle.
Hey guys, how are your drinks? Here we've tried to create a really safe environment for our customers and our staff. It's really diverse. Our community of people that work here are all from all walks of life. They'll see that the West End is diverse and fun and safe.
And the executive director of the West End Business Improvement Association says events like fireworks are a great time to advertise.
A lot of people who don't get to experience this on a regular basis or a daily basis come down and they get to experience the magic of an iconic neighborhood when it's looking its best, when it's most vibrant, and the special events like Celebration of Light just add such an incredible buzz and energy to the streets that it's a great formula for success.
And while businesses like Score on Davie attribute the fireworks to helping out, they have some other tricks up their sleeve for bringing in new customers.
I think people are going to be using the fireworks as an excuse to come down early and try our Caesars that went viral online over the last year. They're going to make this a stop as an excuse to try the Caesar, go see the fireworks.
And the whole team at Score on Davie hope to create an experience that has people coming back for more.
Listen, these people are coming in from all over. They probably don't come to the West End very often. Let's give them a reason to come downtown and a good experience while they're down here.
I'm Peter Verge at Score on Davie for Shaw TV.
Air shot of the West End. Just over 5 minutes to go until Team France lights up the sky. The 2014 Honda Celebration of Light. I'm Johanna Ward, joined with Paul McClellan and Callie Canada from Sirius Pyrotechnics. You must love tonight.
I love it.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a year of waiting. It's a year of progress, and it's a year of a lot of work. And to get to this point, it's a really great feeling. And for 3 nights, we just rock it out, and we love it.
One thing people may not realize, I didn't until talking with you tonight, though we have visiting teams coming, it is a team, Sirius Pyrotechnic from Canada, that actually liaises with all of the other teams that are here.
Absolutely.
So what kind of work are you doing with them?
I'm currently the media liaison, so I deal with yourself.
Yeah.
And and Paul when he likes to come and visit me on the boat. So we do 3 trips to the barge and let the media come and check things out and see how it really works building a show. And then I'm the hostess for the teams, so I make sure that they get where they need to be, picked up, dropped off for airports, and are really comfortable in our country because they're the visitors.
It's good that you guys welcome them in. Now, there's always 3 or 4 members from the international teams, and Sirius has team members that work hand in hand with them. What's sort of the relationship between the people from Canada and the international folks?
Absolutely. That's a great question, and every section of this competition is totally different because you don't know what you're expecting. So some teams or companies of the teams have been here before and we've worked with them, if not here, at other competitions as well. And for us, it's really meeting new friends and becoming an even bigger pyrotechnics family, and it's really fantastic. We do have some translation issues with Team French. French being nobody on our barge speaks French.
C'est dommage.
And we've worked very hard to communicate through sign language, not always making sense for any of us, but it's team building and it's a lot of fun. So when we get a company that comes in and does speak English, it's really, really helpful, but it's always fun learning new techniques and new ways of doing things.
How do you decide which teams to bring in to the fireworks?
That is between Brand Live, who is the production company, and Sirius Pyrotechnics, or whatever company takes on the fireworks of that year. And we determine what countries haven't been here in a while and would do a really fantastic job, and companies that have been back or winning company of the last season, and we try and bring it all together and make a really cohesive competition that flows.
2:45 on the clock. There's some light showing up out on the
Yeah,
barge. I wanted to ask you too, I mean, you've got all the international teams coming in. You mentioned the fun friendships you guys build. Is there a big difference with the different teams in how they prepare? Or is it all about the same within pyrotechnics?
Absolutely there is. Everybody has their way of organizing their own competitions and their own schedules. And Sirius Pyrotechnics and our crew, we work really hard to be able to really get through to the teams that we're working with to make sure that we are accomplishing the best performance for that team and for the city of Vancouver. So for us, it's always a challenge. You definitely face obstacles that you're not necessarily prepared for, and you need to find new and interesting ways around them to be able to get to this night, and that's really what we're striving for. So.
Awesome. Part of the fun of the event when obstacles pop up, we've got a minute and 30 plus change to go until we see Team France light up the sky. Remind people again that this Saturday, Team Japan will be up there. And give a shout out to Team Canada because you were the winner from 2013.
Yes. You know what? If we could have Team Canada back this year and every year, I think they would, light up the sky just as brilliantly as they did last year.
Are you legitimately Canada as your last name, though? That's got to be the best name ever.
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, and being able to root for Team Canada or work with them hand in hand, it is a really fantastic experience. So,
awesome.
Yep, we look forward to them coming back.
Cali Canada, thank you so much for joining us tonight. As we mentioned, this is Shaw TV's live coverage of the 2014 Honda Celebration of Light. Looking at the countdown clock, less than a minute to go. What do we want to remind people of? Hashtag #VanShinesBright. If you want to share with us on Twitter your thoughts on tonight's show, and also you can comment on Team USA that performed last Saturday.
Check out the website, HondaCelebrationOfLight.com, to download the app so you can vote from home after night 3. See if France is your favorite maybe tonight. I'm sure they're going to be fantastic. And so will Japan, and we'll have them again 9:30 pre-show on Saturday night.
Pretty exciting. I know I'm very honored to be here. I know you are too. We've had some great guests on today. But the big show is the big show. And that's going to be happening in about 15 seconds.
I'm watching that countdown right now, and there's usually a really big bang right off the top. So I don't know if I should cover No, I enjoy it too much.
All right, here we go.
Let's get in on this countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
disent que je suis incapable d'être une adulte raisonnable, que je joue de tout. La musique, je la respire sans jamais me soucier du pire et de tout. Je m'en fous. Moi, quand je ne rêve pas, je suis comme prisonnière, perdue dans cet univers. Un peu trop grand pour moi, je n'ai plus de repères, je me sens seule sur terre. Ne me réveille pas. Ils disent que mon art c'est du vent, que je me conduis comme une enfant, que je fuis ta vraie vie. Ils disent que ma passion m'aveugle et qu'un jour je finirai seule avec mes souvenirs. Moi, quand je ne rêve pas, je suis comme prisonnière, perdue dans cet univers. Un peu trop grand pour moi, je n'ai plus de repères, je me sens seule sur terre. Ne me réveillez pas. Si rêver est un délit, arrêtez-moi sur le champ. Car je recommencerai, et je recommencerai, et je recommencerai. Oh, je suis comme prisonnière, perdue dans cet univers. Un peu trop grand pour moi, je n'ai plus de repères, je me sens seule sur terre. Ils disent que ma passion m'aveugle et qu'un jour je finirai seule avec vous.
I can't win, I can't reign, I will never win this game without you, without you, without you, without you, without you. I am lost, I am vain, I will never be the same without you, without you, without you, without you, without you. I won't run, I won't fly, I will never make it by without you, without you. I can't rest, I can't fight, all I need is you and I without you, can't erase, so I'll take blame, but I can't accept that we were estranged without you, without you. I can't quit now, this can't be right, I can't take one more sleepless night without you, without you. imaginer d'avoir perdu son enfance dans la rue, des illusions déçues, passer inaperçues, d'être tombé plus bas que la poussière et à la terre entière en vouloir puis se taire, d'avoir laissé jusqu'à sa dignité sans plus rien demander, qu'on vienne vous achever. Et un jour une femme dont le regard vous frôle, vous porte sur ses épaules comme elle porte le monde, et jusqu'à bout de force recouvre de son écorce aux plaies les plus profondes. Puis un jour une femme met sa main dans la vôtre pour vous parler d'un autre, parce qu'elle porte le monde jusqu'au bout d'elle-même, vous prouve qu'elle vous aime par l'amour qu'elle inonde. Jour après jour vous redonne confiance de toute sa patience, vous remet debout. Trouver en soi un avenir peut-être, et surtout l'envie d'être ce qu'elle attend de vous. Et un jour une femme dont le regard vous frôle, vous porte sur ses épaules comme elle porte le monde, et jusqu'à bout de force recouvre de son écorce aux plaies les plus profondes, aux plaies les plus profondes. Et un jour cette femme met sa main dans la vôtre pour vous parler d'un autre, parce qu'elle porte le monde, et jusqu'au bout d'elle-même vous prouve qu'elle vous aime par l'amour qu'elle inonde, par l'amour qu'elle inonde. Et un jour cette femme dont le regard vous touche porte jusqu'à sa bouche le front d'un petit monde, et jusqu'au bout de soi lui donne tout ce qu'elle a, chaque pas, chaque seconde, et jusqu'au bout du monde, et jusqu'au bout du monde.
I remind you of a girl you used to know. She used to wait for you to call and say hello. Now she's gone, ways that you don't understand. Guess that's why you don't want us to be friends. Ooh, ça me rend fou. Je te veux tant, mais je ne sais plus quoi faire. T'as semé le doute depuis ce jour-là. Je fais le nécessaire, mais malgré moi je cède. Le bonheur à portée de main quand je te serre. Pourtant j'ai si peur de tout te dire et de te perdre. Oh, what do we do?
Oh my goodness, that ending was rather large. I always have trouble saying something after this. I almost feel like it has to marinate in me, but that was Team France once again. What did you think, Johanna?
The theme was distant love. I'm wondering, Team USA really blew us away on Saturday. That was quite spectacular. I'm wondering, we talked earlier with one of the judges, Bob Kronbauer, about getting that, is there a moment when you have, that chills feeling? Did you have a moment like that?
I feel like
Did
there
you
were
have
a
a
few.
number of
There were at
moments?
least a few of those. They took up a lot more of the sky, I think, than Team USA. Something to consider if you're going to vote at home as well.
That's true. You can do that. Download that mobile app. You can also talk to us on Twitter. The hashtag is VanShinesBright. We'd love to hear what you thought about tonight's fireworks. Give us some feedback, because I'm no pyrotechnic expert. I know pretty things when I see them.
Yeah, check out HondaCelebrationOfLight.com to download that app, to check out information if you want to come out on Saturday. Join us here live, or if you can't get down to Vancouver, join us on Channel 4 again, Shaw TV. We will have Team Japan. Pre-show is at 9:30 p.m. with the fireworks kicking off at 10 p.m. So stick with us for that entire hour, and we'll have some more fun. We'll have some more judges. We'll have some more members of Team Japan, hopefully.
It's going to be amazing, and it's actually a very big weekend for all of us at Shaw TV, of course. Vancouver Pride is on right now.